We're on our way through the mall. We're just doing a little walking around. But I just realized there's a Books A Million in the mall, so let's go. I've been wanting to read this series for a little bit of time. Payback's a Witch. Something that I'm learning is that I'm always attracted to the dark romance section, but I really only like dark monster romance. I don't want to read a mafia romance. I can do like a little bit of just like fantasy romance, but where are the monster and paranormal romance lovers? Another question. Do you guys count vampire and werewolves as paranormal romance? Because I'm starting to feel like we're in such the fringe that like that's just normal romance. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe there's a difference between monster and paranormal romance. Let me know what you think in the comments. I love a blind date with a book. Like, am I the only one that gets suckered into one of these at least once or twice a year? Let's see. Let's read some of these. So this one is, this unique friendship creates one formidable human force, a wonderful story of triumph over imperfection, shame, and loss. Isn't this wrap so cute too? I love this. This is like so pretty. This next one, also a mystery book, says taken from a true story of a young boy in Sudan. The story weaves two timelines together in search for family and hope. Very good. There's three more. A 10, the tale you've never heard before. I don't know that one. This one's horror. You can tell by the app. First in a series, the author of the series gives the female main character the last name Throp, because Throp is the sound that the sound makes when it falls on your sister. Obviously, we know what that is. First contact stories have never been intoxicating and fun. I didn't get that at all. That's sci-fi though. No fantasy, but we do love horror. Let's keep going. I've been saying I need to get into my Barbarian series, the Ice Planet Barbarians. I do want to read these. One of my mutuals really loves these. You know I'm always going to reach for the black girl because you already know what time it is. Yeah, it's coming. Ooh, here's another one. Blue Moon Rising. Yeah, I'm really in my paranormal romance monster era, I've noticed. What have you guys been reading? This is one of my favorite stories ever. I think this is really what got me into dark romance, is The Phantom of the Opera. I have this on my Kindle. I am a sucker for the 2008 version with Gerard Butler. Goodness gracious, such a banger. The way this place is organized is very strange. Like, you have a dark romance section, and then it's fiction, and then it's more romance, and then it's fiction. I don't know if it's like mixed in, but I've walked by like sorry, my husband is behind me making faces. I walked by like 3 random like romance sections. I don't know if they're just this side is romance, like backwards, or if it's just fiction and romance mixed in. I have no idea, like literally no idea, but I'm having a good time. It's nice over here. I've not been in a Books A Million in a really long time, so I'm such a Barnes & Noble girl, but I feel like I'm gonna keep searching around. But I have been in I've told you guys like 5 times I'm in my paranormal romance era, but I'm also in my long fantasy era. I really love romantasy. I've always been a big fan of like romance and fantasy together, but I don't know. Once it's getting into the fall, that's really when I'm heavily in my like super long, over 400, 500 page fantasy era, because I just want to sit down and drink some tea and stay inside, snuggle with a blanket. Now I can snuggle with my son and read these books. But yeah, it's been a lot of romance, I say. I don't know what's going on, but I wouldn't mind jumping into a horror. I see there's a horror section behind me, so let's go check that out. Found anything? I actually ARC read that.
Did.
I did. I was one of the first readers of that one. That one is like Crimson Peaks. This is called the Midnight Rooms. It's called Crimson. It's similar to Crimson Peak, but black. I've heard a lot about Slewfoot. I heard it's a good female rage horror.
And a book of poetry.
What do you mean it's a book of poetry? Look, this one has the monkey in it. Life After You sounds like a book of grief. It takes strength to pick up broken pieces of yourself when the person who broke you was someone you loved. It takes courage to speak up after you've been silenced for so long. There comes a time we believe that a life without the person we once loved will not exist, but it does. And not only will you just survive, not only will you just survive, but you will live. You are whole, you're enough, you are free. Oh, cute. I love the cover. We found another romance section, but then it's like romance fiction classics. It's very interesting organization. I don't know. Oh, y'all, I found one of my favorites. These are some Katie Roberts books. I've read her Deal with a Demon series, and I'm about to read her Dark Olympian series, so I'm really excited. New chapter of Dark Olympus series. Okay, so these are new ones. Okay, we might have to get into this, girls. What y'all think? We might have to get into this one. But I haven't read Dark Restraint. That's the one I just got from Barnes & Noble, so maybe I should look these up. Wait, Anne Rice. Like the Anne Rice? These are dark fairy tale retellings. First in the classic series of Sleeping Beauty. Oh, cool. Okay. They're like dark, spicy retellings. Okay, girl. I love a retelling. I really do. Especially when people really play with the theme. I dig that. Ooh. Found some Kennedy Ryan, y'all. Y'all know I will always go up for my girl, and I just met her, so make sure you guys check out my TikTok and my Instagram so that you guys can see when I met her and got some of this series. Actually, this is the only one I didn't get signed, but the Skyland series signed. So yeah, Peter Price Never Healed definitely needs to be added to my collection, y'all. But they also have Kendrick's newest too, so I'm loving the mix. I want to see if they have Masego's Lady album, because I swear that has eluded me on both Amazon and eBay. Ooh, we love YA favorites like the Blood at the Root sequel, Bones at the Crossroads. I've heard that The Naturals is really good. I like this edition. I haven't seen the hardback before. Long Live the Pumpkin Queen. I really want to get into the dark Disney retellings. Let's see what else they have that I recognize. Oh, look, there's a whole new one. I didn't even know it. Time's running out as Sally fights to save Jack in her hometown, torn between the future she craves and the sacrifices she'll make to claim it. Ooh, that looks really good. I don't know any of these. Oh, Good Girl's Guide to Murder. That's on Netflix now. We finally found the sci-fi and fantasy section, and I thought this was really cool. They have like a whole little Westeros wall over here. That's cool. You don't really see that. I love this backpack. It's so top tier. But let's see what they have over here. I've heard that Two Twisted Crowns is really good. What? Black Leopard? No, but I've heard of it. Somebody recommended it to me.
Yeah, it's really good.
What is it about? Forcing me to read because I'm a reader. Let's see. Tracker is known for his skills as a hunter. He has a nose, people say. Hired to find a mysterious boy who disappeared, Tracker breaks his own rule of always working alone when he finds himself a part of a group assembled to search for the boy. The band is a hodgepodge full of unusual characters, including a shape-shifting man-animal known as Leopard. As Tracker follows the boy's scent, he and the band are set upon creatures intent on destroying them. As he fights for survival, Tracker starts to wonder, who really is this boy? Why has he been missing for so long? And perhaps, most important, who is telling the truth and who is lying? Drawing from African history and mythology and his own rich imagination, Marlon James has written a saga of breathtaking adventures, defying categorization and full of unforgettable characters. Black Leopard, Red Fox is surprising and profound.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been reading certain passages from it on the guy that I follow on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Thick. Culture study side that is mostly like black um, historical fiction, black nonfiction. That's cool.
sorry, you mean
Say
what?
their game section is quite amazing. These are puzzles over here. But we just found that one of our favorite games, Villainous, also comes with Marvel super villains, so that's super cool. First thing you see is the game in depth. That's shaky. I like these Powerpuff Girl bookmarks. Super cute. This collectible side is so flipping cute. Oh my gosh. They've got Alice in Wonderland. They've got Bridgerton. They've got Edgar Allan Poe. I love this. Several days later, and I just realized I forgot to tell you guys what books I ended up getting. So I'm going to show you. First, we have Electric Idol by Katie Robert. Now, I know this is a completely different book than the one that I originally picked up. I think I picked up the original, which was Neon Gods, which I just ordered on Amazon. But this one is actually about Psyche and Eros, and Eros is like a crazed killer, and Psyche is his latest victim, but instead he falls in love with her. Sounds like it's right up my alley, girl. I've really been into monster romance like heavily. One of my really good friends was like, "Girl, you need to get into her Dark Olympus series," and I was like, "You don't have to tell me twice." Not not even once, really. I'm locked in. So I got this one. I haven't even read it yet. And I just got Neon Gods, which is actually a retelling of Persephone and Hades, which I can reread that a million times. For the girls that know Lore Olympus that used to be on Webtoons, the animation, the drama, the outfits. Girl, I will be in it. So I'm very excited for this. And I like the way Katie Roberts writes. This is a little longer than the Deal with the Demon series. Those are all like under 300 pages. So I got through them really, really fast. I'm currently on a Succubus Prize, which is the fourth one. Not as into that one. I don't know if it's because it's sapphic, but I usually really, really love sapphic sapphic fantasy. I don't know if I've ever read sapphic fantasy, a sapphic monster romance. So I don't know. But the other one that I ended up getting is, and I've seen this reviewed quite a bit. My husband picked this one out. He always picks out like a better book than I pick out for myself. But this one is Black Leopard, Red Wolf by Marlon James. It's like an African mythology series with like band of like hodgepodge unusual characters, and one of them transforms into a leopard. They're all looking for this guy, this boy, but then the main character is kind of like, who are these people? Who are the people looking for them? Are they the good guys, or are the other people the good guys? It's very interesting. I love morally gray storyline, so I'm really looking forward to reading this. And I love anything that includes African mythology, especially mythology that I've never heard of before. This one's called Skin of the Sea by Natasha Bowen. And if you've never heard of this is legitimately like an African mythology, like YA fictional tale that follows a Mami Wata, which is kind of like a mermaid, but she has duties. Like she has to transport the souls of lost people at sea to the other side. But she ends up saving this boy, and it like throws off the balance of everything, and it like gets her Orisha, which are kind of like, they're not like gods. Everybody says they're like African gods, but that's not actually true. They're more like angel or patron spirits, like saints, but with powers. You know what I mean? Like think of like angel, like Archangel Michael. Like that's kind of what Orishas are. She gets her Orisha in trouble, and they have to go on this crazy mission. They meet all these mythical creatures that I've never heard of before. It is so good, y'all. It is so good. There's a second one that I have, and I haven't gotten into it yet. I think I'm like 20 pages in, literally, and I've tried to read it several times, but it's just not the same. So I think I might reread this before I read the other one. But that's neither here nor there. Thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. It's been such a blast to get back on YouTube. I've really been missing you guys. I don't know if you can tell, but being a mommy has been like really an amazing transition, and I've been trying to be a little bit more present in the moment. But right now I'm about to go relieve my mom. Me and her have been taking turns in the daytime. She's going on a little friend date with her homegirl. So I'm going to go relieve her. Me and him are going to sit and chill for a little while. But I can't wait to show you guys some of the children's books that I got him. So let me know down in the comments some of your favorite children's books so that we can talk about them in the next vlog. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.